Hello friends and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Kaden and today I am trying something new. I'm going to be walking y'all through and sharing how I set up my home board on Notion. I talked a little bit about this on my Instagram stories over at the Daily Kaden, and I received a lot of feedback saying that there would be some interest in a YouTube video. So here I am to deliver, and I am excited to be sharing this with y'all today. Also, before we get too far into this, I do want to ask that you will like and subscribe to my channel. I'm working on building my subscriber count. So if you haven't already, I would really love it if you would subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know, because I kind of use that to gauge what content y'all enjoy. So if there's ever a video that you really like, make sure to give it a thumbs up so I'll know to post more content like that. Okay, let's talk about Notion. Now, I kind of had to play around and figure out how to work with Notion by watching other YouTube videos and TikToks. I will link one video down below that helped me particularly, and she also has a template in her video. It's Juliana Marie. She just graduated from law school, and I love her TikTok content, and she had a YouTube video. But today I'm going to be talking about how I set up my home board, and I will also have a template for y'all below. And I guess I could tell y'all what Notion is. It's kind of hard to encompass it in just a few words, but really, if you ever use Trello or Asana, any sort of project planning website, this is a project planning website, but it's kind of like meets Pinterest because you can make it aesthetically pleasing. Now, you cannot search for things, you have to bring in the images, and that's where Pinterest comes in because a lot of my images did come from Pinterest. And you can search on Pinterest for whatever aesthetic or color scheme you're looking for, and you can insert those images, and I think that's what makes this unique. There's a lot more customizable features with Notion as compared to Trello and Asana. I'm guessing I'm saying them right. I've played around with them online, but I haven't really ever talked about it, so I'm assuming I'm saying those names right. And if you're not familiar with Trello or Asana, there are other popular digital workspace group project type websites, and nothing against them, but Notion just has a lot of customizable features that they do not, and I'm able to make it look aesthetically pleasing. I will probably adjust photos for the holidays and whatever I have going on with my life, but right now I have some pink images, and in the template that you get, it's just like mine. And so it'll have those pink images, and you can feel free to use them because they are not mine. I found them on Pinterest, but you can also change them or take them out and not have any images. It's up to you. Now, you may be wondering what you can use Notion for. And for me, I use it for basically kind of two large categories: content creation and school. So I have one page dedicated to school, and it has links to all of my professors' emails, my syllabi, locations and times, and the CRNs for my courses, and everything I need to know all in one page. And it looks beautiful because it has all these pretty pink images. And then down below I have all of my assignments for the entire semester color coded, and I have a place to check off when they're due. It shows me what week they're due, the due date, the class, everything. And it's so easy because I can go through and see what I need to work on next. And then as far as content creation, I have several pages. A majority of my pages are for content creation, although my one page for school probably has the most within that one page. So for content creation, I have individual pages where I can just brain dump ideas for Instagram Reels, Instagram pictures, YouTube video ideas, blog post ideas, and then I also have a page where I can kind of plan out all of those ideas for the week or the month. So I'll show you all of that, but what I want you to know is you do not have to use this for school or for content creation. Those are just the two areas of my life where I needed organization and wanted to be able to move things around. You can use this for work, you can use this for projects, you can use it for home. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's a large variety because essentially when I use it for school or content creation, it's because I'm typing that in as the headers, but you can adjust the headers to say whatever you want. So I'll show you, but just know you can use this for anything. And once you kind of figure out the hang of how to use Notion, you'll be hooked. And I will say, the one downside is it takes some time to set up. I spent like a whole day setting this up, but that was nice because it was kind of relaxing for me to just get all of my ideas organized and make it look pretty and pink. That's what I've got. I'm gonna dive in. This is actually my first time to do a screen recording on my laptop, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that works well. There should be a free template just like the one I'm going to show you that you can download, and you can change it to customize your needs, but that can kind of get you going. So if you click on the link down in the description box below, it's going to bring you to this page. This is the free template. Now, before you do anything, I guess you do need to make sure and make a Notion account. You're going to want to make a free personal account unless you're planning on adding other people to your account to collaborate, but for me it's just for my own personal use. So you're going to want to do that versus the Teams account, and then you're going to click here when you open up the link where it says duplicate, and you'll go over here and it's going to take you to where you can duplicate it, and I already had it here, so there's 2 of them now, so I'm just going to delete that extra one. So once you do that, then you will have the template saved to your account, which is important because you can't edit it until it's saved to your account. And then once you edit it, it's your own version of the template. It's almost like copy and paste. So that's fairly easy. And again, if you'll have any questions, please comment down below and I will do my best to answer and help you. I also want to apologize. I'm not sure how great the microphone quality is, but I'm working with what I've got here. So anyways, once you get in here, the way I have it, these are just images, and then these are all pages. And you can change the title of the pages, you can move them around. If you hold these dots and then drag, you can move. So I've got that there. I do want to mention you can change the cover to any image that you want. You can hit change cover, and they've got some colors, they've got some images, or you can hit upload, and I have different ones that I uploaded from Pinterest. All of my images, except for a couple, are from Pinterest. You can also change your little icon here. I uploaded an image, and that's important because if you go over here to like where you bookmark it, I have it bookmarked on my homepage, and it's got the little plant, so whatever you have will be the icon there. So that's nice. And then these are all, like I said, just images. You can move them around. So there's that up there. I'm going to just move that back. Oh, then you can make them big. I guess I didn't quite move that how I wanted to. So let me just move that. Let's see. Okay, there we go. You can change the title. I usually do something like home, but for this I have free template, so I can identify that this is the free template because my actual one is titled home. If you want to get rid of something, you can select it and then hit backspace on your keyboard, and then you can also go over here and you can hit undo if you mess up on anything. These little dots are helpful because you can change the font. This is the font that I have selected, but a couple of the pages are different. You can change the size. You can lock a page. None of my pages are locked. You can copy the link. Let's see, you can delete a page, but this is basically a home page, and you can add multiple pages over here, but I opted to have one home page and then put all of my pages within that home page and kind of make a home page view. But you can add a page, or let's see, you can move, like let's move this page back over here. It's listed there. I would rather it be here. And so when you move things in, you can move it there. Let's say this is just a blank untitled page. You can start from scratch, and you can move it into other pages, but it went down here. I don't need that. Let's see. If you want to create something, whether that be a header or a text, you're going to hit the slash button, and then it gives you all these different types of blocks. So text is just where you type. These are all pages down here that are linked. To-do list, headings, different size headings, bullet lists, numbered lists, quotes, dividers. That's sometimes handy when you have different things and you want them to be proportioned. You can link to other pages. You can embed all different things. There's a lot of options, so I encourage you to play with that. And then let's see, I'll go to my school one first. So if you click here. So here I just added in this cover from Pinterest. I liked the books. I titled it Fall 2021, but you could title it School or College or whatever you want, really. If you're doing something different than school, then you could do something totally elsewise. And then these I do want to talk about for a brief second. These are actually embedded in links. So if you go over here to Indify, you can create an account for free, and there are all different types of widgets. So these right here, these are all widgets, and they're all countdowns. So I did fall break, Thanksgiving break, finals week, graduation, and then I was like, well, my birthday's right then, and then I needed one more to make it like aesthetically proportional, so I added in Christmas. But those are all countdowns. You can change, I have mine set to just show weeks and days, but you can do it down to years, months, seconds, all different things. And there are other types of countdowns as well. You can add in a Google Calendar. I think that requires you to pay, but these are free. You can do weather, clocks, image gallery, which is nice. It'll do like kind of a slideshow, a counter, all different things. So Indify, free account, super easy. So that's what I have there. And within that, you can change the colors. I match the hex code to match this, which this is technically an image that's a bar. So I just searched Notion dividers on Pinterest and got this thin bar, but you can make that super easy. And if you use my template, then you'll have it and you can save the image as well. So let's go over here to each of my courses. So I just added these pictures by changing the cover here, and then when you click down, you can see all of my images. And so I just have 4 classes this semester. There is a space to put in the professor's name, the course number, the schedule, the location, and then down here you can add your syllabus. If you have a PDF of anything, you can do embed, and then what you're going to want to do is you can either add a link or you can upload a PDF this way. And so I had all of mine, but obviously I've taken them out for this free template because that has personal information that's not mine to share. So I have all of my different classes. They're all the same right there, but I just chose images that I felt like matched aesthetically. And then down here, I had several more courses. I just left the first 4 courses of mine, but you can change, you can create different categories. So this is technically just a category, but I've labeled it course up here, and then down here, if you click on the little dots, you can change the color, you can change the title of what those say. Mine are just the title of my classes, and I just kind of moved everything around. What you're going to want to do to create something like this, though, I'll just show y'all really quickly, is you're going to want to create a calendar. So we're going to do calendar, and then you're going to do inline, because full page will take you to a different link, which is, if you want a different link, that's fine, but if you want it within this page, then you're going to click inline, and then you can add different things. So let's say add example, and then you can go down here and you can delete any of these. So delete property, these are all properties. You can add a property. There are different types of properties. So you can do text, you can number things, you can select things. Multi-select is what I chose for categories, and then you just create them. So class 1, enter, class 2, enter, and then when you're creating an event, you can add them. See, and you can deselect them. You can also change the colors here. I hope this is all making sense. When I first watched the videos, it made no sense, but I just kind of played with it, and once I did it for myself, then I understood. And then also what you can do, if you want it to look like this, then you're going to take your calendar, you're going to go over here to to add a view, and you're going to go to, let's see, table, and then you're going to hit create, and it looks just like this one up here. And you can go back and forth. So what I did is I created the calendar, added in all of my assignments,
and then went over here and swapped the view to table view so that I can see everything one by one. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And then down here, this is just blocks that I created. You can hit enter to create more blocks, but I thought this would be a nice weekly schedule. So what I need to work on when. So let's say I have something due on the 24th, but I need to have it done by the 24th. So that means maybe on the 23rd I'm doing it. So let's say whatever day of the week the 23rd is, what that class is, you can type it in. And this is just a way for me to make a to-do list to keep track of when I need to work on what. I'm trying to think. I think that's kind of everything for how I set this up. Again, if you'll have any questions, feel free to ask. And if there's enough questions, I can make another video always. Something you might want to do sometimes is add a divider. And so what that does is, see that little gray line there? You can move it. Let me just show you. I'll move it right here. Or you can move it here. And it divides things off. So that's nice, especially if you have images and things aren't proportional. Now I realized that I did not actually really show y'all how to add an image. So what you're going to want to do is hit the slash on your keyboard and then type image and then select image, and you can upload an image from your computer wherever you have. So let's just go over here to my downloads, and I have a folder with Notion images, excuse me. These are all pictures that I saved. Some I've used before, some I may want to use in the future. And what you can do is you can just select it and hit open, and then you can change the size of the image to be bigger or smaller, and then you can move the image down here to wherever you want. I just opted, since I have 6 pages, to do 6 images. Something else that you can do is, if you have, let me put it back up here, and I have an image right here, so if you want to put them together, you can do that, and then you can also change the columns. It makes little columns if you do that. I hope this is making sense. You really have to just kind of play around with it and get hands-on. So see, that one made that one really big because they were in the same row when I deleted the other column, and then I bring it back down here. So we have 2 rows here, this row and this row, and then we have 3 columns, and I just stacked the images, and it looks like you would click on the image to get to the page, but you actually click on the actual page wording. So then down here for my YouTube, or excuse me, my weekly content, I just have it set up the same way. I took all of my plans out, but I have Instagram, blog, and YouTube, and I haven't really been using this much, but I just got it set up, and I'm hoping this will help me be more organized versus having different lists on my notes app on my phone and on my whiteboard and in my planner and random scrap pieces of paper for blogs and reels and pictures and videos, all the different things. I can just kind of organize it all here. So if I think of an idea for a blog, I can go here. Now I did set this up differently. I have these blocks, and like I said, if you want to change the color, you just go down here and you can select the background or the text. I usually keep the default black text and then just change the background. I use pink, brown, and gray the most. And then I just created little checklist, and you can add to it. But these are all the things that I like to try and get done every time I write a blog post. What am I missing? Let's see. I've done fall 2021, which is school. I've got blog, YouTube. This is literally just on my actual one where I've hidden it from y'all, and this is the template. But on the one that I actually use, I have a whole list, and it's just ideas of videos I could make. So it's fairly simple. You can see some of them have different headers. This header is pretty chill. This one's also like YouTube. It's just ideas of pictures I could post on Instagram. The Instagram Reels is a little different. Well, you can't see how it's different, but what it is I'll hit tab, and let's say I want to do a day in the life reel, then I will list off breakfast, driving to class. I clearly cannot talk and type at the same time. So the Instagram Reels is a little different because I have bullet points with how I would break that down, but then you can highlight everything and hit backspace, You can move text. If you wanted to make columns right here, then let's say column 2. I don't think I spelled that right. No, I did spell it correctly. Excuse me there. Column 2. And then you're going to select that block of text by hitting the little dots and holding down and dragging until you see that little line right there. See that right there? And then releasing, and it makes a second column. And I don't actually want it, so I'm going to hit backspace while it's selected. And I think that's everything. I'm sure I will think of something else while I'm editing that I missed, but please let me know what else I can do to help explain this. I'm happy to make more videos. You can message me on Instagram. You can comment down below. And also check out Juliana Marie's video. I'm a huge fan of her, and she's someone that I really admire on social media. She probably has, well, I know she has no clue who I am, but I am constantly inspired by what she's doing. So she's actually who kind of introduced me to Notion, and then I went to TikTok, which you can search on YouTube and TikTok. Just search Notion tutorials, Notion templates. But yeah, if you want this template, super easy. Just go down to the description box and click on it, and then click duplicate into your free account.
Hey friends, looks like the sun decided to come out while I was filming that, so my outro is much sunnier than my intro, which hopefully that is a nice analogy for y'all. Hopefully going into it, you were kind of like, what is Notion? And going out of this video, you have an idea of what it is, how it works, and you have a free template. So like I said, I've probably said it 100 times because I keep kind of having to refilm parts, but really let me know in the comments. I'm not claiming to know it all, but I've played around with it for a minute, and if I'm able to help, I would love to help you, because it just feels great to have all of my ideas that were on paper and digital ideas, like it's all together in one spot, and that's really nice. So yeah, like I said, hopefully this video was helpful, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video.